So thanks for joining me at Wings Over Broadway on Camino Seco, now the only Wings Over Broadway in Tucson, and well, the biggest one too. Huge restaurant. I am joined by JJ, the owner of Wings Over Broadway, and Andy, part of All Sports Tucson. And guys, let's talk about the NBA Finals. I mean, it's going to be an exciting matchup. We've seen Miami, a team nobody thought would be in the NBA Finals, just rip off big wins over the Bucks, over the Celtics. Lakers, they did what they were expected to do with stars like Anthony Davis, LeBron James. It's going to be one hell of a finals.
Yeah, it's definitely something that the Lakers were expected to be there. The Heat really have played pretty well. I mean, they probably one of the best teams throughout the playoffs. They played well. They beat some really good teams, and now that young team has a lot of confidence.
Yeah, and for the Lakers, you talk about expecting to be there, but nobody remembers that at the beginning of the bubble, they struggled like most veteran teams did to get going there during the last part of that regular season. But once playoff time hit, it was all guns blazing for LA.
Yeah, well, what they were fifth seed?
Number one.
No, Miami.
Oh, Miami, this seed, yeah.
Fifth seed, and some people are saying it's going to be difficult for the Lakers to guard their shooting because it's a different kind of matchup. But I know the NBA was hoping for a Celtics Lakers classic, but I just don't know. I know you're picking the Heat in 6 games.
I am.
I don't know if LeBron's already upset about the MVP, right? So it's, I'm thinking the Lakers are 5 and 6.
We'll see. We have a die-hard Laker fan over here. What is your prediction for the NBA Finals?
Obviously, I gotta go with my Lakers. I'll say Lakers in 6. And gotta give Miami a lot of credit. They're a tough team. They fight. They pretty much all-out effort. So I think playoff LeBron will come out, and AD. I don't really think Miami has an answer for AD. So I think that's what's going to be the difference in the finals. Is the top 2 Lakers are probably a little more talented than the top 2 Heat.
So, sorry, my bad. I
No,
did not
no,
mean to
go ahead.
interrupt you. I saw something today that kind of intrigued me a little bit. People are comparing this series to the 2003-2004 Lakers Pistons, where the Pistons were really predicted to be there, and they just out-rebounded and outgutted the Lakers, who were banged up in that series, though. But in my opinion, I've seen a lot of Dallas 2011 against Miami. They're just getting hot at the right time, the Miami Heat, with Tyler Hero, Duncan, Goran Dragic. They're just all playing great, and let's not forget about Van Adebayo down low in the post.
Yeah, I think the biggest difference is, especially with that Lakers-Detroit series, Shaq was out, Kobe was banged up. I mean, when you have your top 2 players out, it's going to make a difference where, like I said, playoff LeBron has been activated. Like Andy said, he has that motivation. He didn't get the MVP. Everybody questioned him leaving to LA and wanting to prove something with LA, and not just that, you have to take into account the Kobe factor. You know, they're wanting to play for Kobe, so I think that's going to be a huge factor in how they play also.
All I know is it's going to be really exciting. These playoffs have been phenomenal in terms of excitement games. Everybody was worried about the talent in terms of playing being a little bit sluggish, but there really hasn't been any of that. So
To me, it looks like they're actually playing in an NBA arena. I mean,
Yeah.
it looks like it's exciting. The players don't know the difference. And Andre Iguodala was, I think, was 6 months?
6 in a row.
And then Solomon Hill, I mean, those guys together are still making, I think, over 30 games together. That's incredible. Then on the other side, you have Miles Simon, the Lakers coaching side. A lot of Tucson draw there. Lakers, obviously, Tucson's the Lakers have, even though the Suns are up the road. It's going to be exciting. I think we're going to see LeBron. He's like, what, 60 years old now, and he's still.
Well, this makes what, 10 straight time NBA Finals for LeBron? Is that 10 straight or 10 appearances?
10 appearances.
10 appearances.
It's a good thing he didn't go to college, because toll on his body. He's playing like a young man still. And I know there's a Miami, some people are trying to say, well, he's playing his old team, but that was so long ago. And sports world, Sports are still there, but who else is still there?
Adonis
Haslam, he's still there amazingly. I mean, he's played in 3 NBA finals in 3 different decades.
But
That's
how many Lakers are still there?
none. Yeah, none. And you still have Pat Riley as the president for Miami, who this is what, since he's been in the NBA finals each decade since the 70s. That's pretty impressive.
Plus Kentucky.
Plus Kentucky.
Played against Kentucky, so he's got a lot of history there.
But
Pat Riley, you're a guy into Showtime.
Yeah.
Showtime before Showtime.
Showtime Lakers, that's when I became a Laker
It
fan.
was like up and down, up and down, up and down.
it's kind of like, obviously Mike D'Antoni before Mike D'Antoni. 7-second offense. That's what the Lakers were. Just fed off of that. Obviously not as successful as Pat Riley, but it's fun basketball to watch.
That's the reason why a lot of people want the Celtics. Because I think Lakers would have beat the Celtics, would have brought them closer.
It would have tied. It would have tied them.
I think.
I think Lakers are down by 1 in finals.
In championship.
So that would have tied. I think.
Most time by head to head.
Oh, head to head.
Head to head.
Head to head. I'm just talking about overall championships. I think the Celtics have 18, the Lakers have 17. So it would have tied it. And you're talking about the 2 greatest franchises, not only in the NBA, but probably one of the 2 greatest franchises in sports in America. So it should be a fun NBA Finals. We're going to be doing these segments with JJ here at Wings Over Broadway, just talking some sports, enjoying ourselves, and we'll see you next time.
Best wings in town. Way over at Camino Seco and Broadway.